Your side hustle is making money, you're drowning in work, and somehow you're still the one answering every email at midnight, so when does the one-person show finally get a second act? The moment you start turning down opportunities because you're out of hours, you've crossed a line that most people don't even notice until they're already buried. Think of your time like a factory floor, when every machine is running at full capacity and orders are piling up at the door. You don't just shrug and go home, you add a shift. The real question isn't whether you can afford to hire someone, it's whether you can afford not to. Here's the irony. Most side hustlers wait until they're completely overwhelmed to even consider hiring, which means the first hire happens in panic mode instead of strategy mode. You want to make that decision from a position of calm and data, not from a Tuesday night breakdown over a spreadsheet. The classic signal is what we call the revenue replacement test. If you're consistently generating more monthly revenue than what you pay someone else to handle your most time-consuming tasks, the math is already speaking to you. When your hourly output value exceeds what the market charges for that same labor, you are literally losing money by doing it yourself. Now, before you post a job listing, let's talk about the psychological part, because most first-time hirers underestimate the emotional weight of becoming someone's boss. You go from "this is my thing" to "this is our thing," and that identity shift is real, a little uncomfortable, and completely necessary for growth. Experts like Dan Martell, who literally wrote the book on buying back your time, will tell you that the tasks you hate, the tasks you're bad at, and the tasks that drain your energy are exactly where you start. You're not hiring a clone of yourself, you're hiring a complement, someone who fills the gaps where you leak the most time and energy. Let's get into the money, because this is where people either freeze or overpay out of guilt. For a first part-time hire on a side hustle, the market in most sectors lands somewhere between $15 and $25 an hour, depending on skill level, geography, and scope. And platforms like Upwork or Fiverr let you test the waters without a full employment commitment. Here's a historical truth. Every major business that exists today started as someone's too much to handle alone moment, from Steve Jobs needing WAS to grind out the technical work, to your favorite e-commerce brand that started as a garage operation with one overwhelmed founder. The hire that feels risky is almost always the one that unlocks the next level. The misconception we need to burn to the ground is that hiring means losing control. In reality, a well-documented process handed to the right person gives you more control, not less. You're not outsourcing your vision. You're outsourcing the execution of specific, repeatable tasks, so your vision actually survives contact with reality. Don't make your first hire a full-time W-2 employee. If you're not ready, start with a contractor, a virtual assistant, or a part-time specialist who can scale with you as revenue grows. Treat it like a pilot program. Give it 90 days with clear metrics, and let the results tell you whether to double down or recalibrate. The discipline here is resisting the urge to hire based on hope, hire based on documented recurring need. If you've been doing the same task every single week for 3 months, and it consistently takes you more than 5 hours, that task has a job description written all over it. There's a beautiful irony in the fact that the people most scared to hire are usually the ones who most need to, because they've built something worth protecting, and they're terrified someone else will mess it up. But staying small to stay safe is just a slow, polite way of capping your own ceiling. The philosophical truth at the end of this is simple. You can't scale yourself, but you can scale a system. Discipline, clear expectations, and the willingness to train and trust are worth more than hiring the perfect candidate at the perfect moment. Your first hire won't be perfect. The onboarding will be messy, and you'll probably redo something they did at least once, and that's fine, because that's how every single competent operator learned to delegate. The goal isn't a flawless first hire. It's a repeatable, improvable process that outlasts any one person. Whether you're scaling a side hustle, investing in real estate, or need contracting work done right, we can help you take the next step. Check out our links in the description below to get started.